to Trump's visit.
Some of Puerto Rico's poorest residents offer no comment on Donald Trump's visit for one simple reason: they did not have the means to follow it.
We don't have electricity, no running water. We've lost everything, even the beds.
In this neighborhood known as the Workers' Quarter, little progress has been made. 2 weeks after Hurricane Maria came through here, locals are still waiting for help. What do you think is going to change after Donald Trump's visit?
Honestly, I don't know.
Right now, there is a tiny little bit of rain falling, barely a drizzle, but locals out here tell us that the consequences of this can be disastrous for some of the hardest hit folks in this area. In some cases, roofs were blown off and have yet to be replaced, leaving those below completely exposed to the elements.
Living without a roof is very hard. I wouldn't want anyone to go through this. But at least I'm an adult. There are children who don't have a roof, and that is very worrying.
Whether or not the U.S. president's trip to the island made a difference will be measured not in the days, but in the months to come as Puerto Rico struggles to overcome one of the worst crises in its history.
The leader of Catalonia says the region will declare independence within days. Carles Puigdemont made those comments as defiance and anger toward the Spanish government were further fueled after the Spanish king slammed Catalan leaders over the independence referendum. Yuka Royer explains.
The Spanish monarch descends into the fray. In a televised address, King Felipe dropped his previously measured tone and censured Catalan leaders for their independence bid.
They have broken the democratic principles of every rule of law and have undermined the harmony and coexistence of Catalan society. Today, Catalan society is fractured.
The dramatic intervention was aimed at calming the crisis, but left many disillusioned.
He had no words for us. If he is the king of all Spaniards, he should have said something.
Nothing he said gives us a way out from the protest.
The king's call for unity and constitutional order came while thousands of protesters were still out on the street.
He forgets that there are 844 people injured. He also forgets that this is happening because here we pay 3 times more taxes, which feed half of the country and him, who lives for free.
Hundreds of thousands of people across Catalonia have been protesting over police violence during Sunday's referendum. According to regional officials, 90% of participants voted in favour of breaking away. In a BBC interview, Catalonia's leader said the region could unilaterally declare independence in a matter of days.
Well, for more now on this story, let's bring in France24's Sarah Morris in Madrid. Sarah, we heard their reaction in Catalonia to the King's speech. What was reaction like there in Madrid?
Well, the 4 main parties have all taken a view on the King's speech. 3 of them praised the King for getting involved in this and for taking a position. The most supportive was the People's Party, which of course is the government's party. And they said that the King couldn't sit on the fence at the time like this when the Constitution of 1978 was being attacked. Albert Rivera, who is the leader of Ciudadanos, has been calling for some time for intervention in the region to call regional elections. He's particularly interesting because he is the 2nd largest force in the Barcelona parliament, the 4th largest party in the Spanish parliament, and he thanked the King for speaking up for all Spaniards. Podemos' leader far more critical and pointing out that the King is unelected and saying that an opportunity was missed for the King to help pave the way for dialogue. They, of course, support a proper referendum, a pacted referendum with Catalonia and the rest of Spain. And we'll have to watch to see what happens. But, of course, the main parties are wondering exactly what their response should be.